One of the little gems we forget about is the range-based for loop. It's one of these fantastic little pieces of shorthand that are baked into C++ that we kind of forget about. You'll remember that in C++, an array knows its own range. It knows its size, right? And actually, remember, based on array operations, we can do a lot that are actually baked into C++. For that, go check back on chapter 7. I will add the page number back here later. For whatever reason, VitalSource is down right now. I wanted to check that page number, and I don't have access to any of my text material. So just in case I forget about this, shoot me a message via Eagle, and I will drop the page number in here for everybody. Please and thank you. So remember that an array knows its length. It knows how many elements are in there. So rather than having to hard code a for loop that will help you iterate through the elements in an array, you can use the range-based for, which is right here on line number 11. So what we're saying is numbers, the array contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. And instead of saying for int I equals 0, I less than or equal to elements, blah, 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 blah. That gets to be awfully long. Here we're saying, check it out. The colon separator in there is the keyword. Here we are saying as long as there are values, or there are elements rather, in the array numbers, you can use int val to house those values. And here we are simply outputting that value. We come back up into our loop as long as there's still numbers in there, save the value here into val, and out we go. So I'm just going to go run this. And there we go. It did exactly what I expected it to. Now, the one little wrinkle that I think most students ignore, because it is literally, in our textbook, it is a throwaway line. It is, and again, I wish I could give you a page number. It's one paragraph in there. There's something else that is baked into the array operations that we can leverage here as a value to us. An array knows its length, so how many elements are in there, but it also knows its type. So here in C++11, this won't have been true in earlier versions of C++. I did go back to an ancient version of, I can't even imagine when the last time I used this was. I had a C++ 2012 distributable that was in Visual Studio, probably from when I first started teaching here at RVC, and this did not work. And then I didn't do my due diligence to see what version of C++ it was. But the keyword we're looking for here is auto. Auto, A-U-T-O, means let's leverage, and there's my output. That came a lot faster than I expected. Let's leverage the fact that C++ knows what type of array numbers is. It's an integer array. So auto is going to take whatever type of array numbers is, and we're going to use the kind of variable that we need here in order to display that. So if I change this to double, so I'm expecting double numbers here. So we'll go ahead and do this like that. If I had int val here for my loop, we're going to get integer type returns here, right? That's what we expect. But what do we know about the way that, let's get that on the right side, the way that C++ deals with double variables trying to pour into an integer variable container is its truncation, right? It is not 10.2 is rounded up. It is not 10.2 is rounded down. It is 10.2 is simply truncated to 10. Here, if I use auto and was to run this again, we're going to leverage the fact that C++ knows that numbers, in this case, is a double type array. And in that case, we are going to have val here be a double type variable because C++ knows its type for that array. So the auto part of that is baked in now, functions well, and remove some of the BS from you as a developer because it really gives you a great piece of shorthand.